Hey, what's happening everyone? Journeyman here and welcome to the first chapter in what should be a pretty exciting Football Manager 2019 story. Now, if you didn't follow the prologue, which is obviously the video before this one setting up the series, what we've done is we have loaded all the leagues in Europe except Scandinavia and the UK, and our goal is to work our way throughout Europe, trying to obviously win trophies along the way and try and climb the managerial ranks of European football. So we finally landed a job. We have no badges, we have no experience really, and we finally got a job here in Belarus with f.c.slonim 2017. Now, let's set up the situation right now for you. Obviously, the club are currently midway through the season or just past the midway point, and we're currently in a relegation zone. So, obviously, I've got my hands full already. Now, looking at this first team, there are actually a number of talented players according to our assistant manager. Obviously, I've only been in this job literally a few hours, and I'm going basically off my assistant manager's recommendation, and we've got a few good players. Now, obviously, getting the most out of those players is going to be key for me to survive this job and survive our first season at Slonim. In particular, take out this guy, Andre Solove. I'm looking for him to get the most out of him at all times. He's a very, looks like talented midfielder. So far, he's got 3 goals, 5 assists, and he's probably the best player at the football club. On the other side, though, we do have a very talented young winger here, Anatoly Makarov. Again, if you're looking for a masterclass of pronunciations, you're not going to find it here, unfortunately. I'm going to do my best I possibly can, but again, I apologize if I offend anyone with my awful pronunciation skills. But anyway, just now on that winger here, cross the ball, he can run fast. Good, that's what I want out of a winger. Other key player here is a left back. He's actually listed as a complete wing back, surprisingly. Igor Matveev. Now, he can do a little bit of everything. Across the ball, he's got pace. His tackling's good, passing good, off the ball movement's okay. Positioning's pretty good for a defender as well. Decision making's there. Composure 14. He's actually a pretty well-rounded player, honestly, and I'm glad he's here because he's going to try and support the attacking side of the team. Now, unfortunately, if you look out for the squad, you'll notice that we don't actually have a right back at the moment. We don't have a right back at all. So that means I'm obviously on the lookout to try and bring a right back in as quickly as possible, but it's likely for the first game, which by the way is tomorrow against Slavia Mozye. Slavia Mozye, I think that's how you pronounce it. But we're going to have to go over left back there. So unfortunately, Filip Polyakov is going to have to deputize in that position. He can kind of play there a little bit, not really though. So obviously, we're going to have to do our best with him there, to be honest with you. This is the formation that I'm envisioning right now. I'm using a 4-5-1 formation or an adapted version of that with 2 wingers on either side. Now, I am using a control possession tactic. Now, the idea is I want to keep hold of the ball as long as possible. I want to try and limit the opportunities the opponents have. Obviously, I also want to pack our midfield as well, make it difficult for teams to score against us. Conceding goals has certainly been an issue for this side. If you look at the Belarusian First Division here, look at the stages, we've actually conceded the most goals in the league. So, yeah, it's going to be quite a task here to try and turn this football club around, especially in the short period of time that I have. Now, speaking of short period of time, as you can see, most of the season's gone. They've only won 2 games this season, so I really do have my hands full with this side. You'll notice here that we've only got, what, 1, 2, 4... 7. We've only got 10 games left to go to try and save this football club. I'm confident in my ability to turn this team around, but it's still going to be a very tough task. Now, if you didn't watch the prologue at all, I'll just run you through some of the facilities of the football club, get you guys acclimatized to f.c.slonim, and obviously it helps acclimatize myself to it. So here we go. So profile, obviously founded in 2012, even though the name is f.c.slonim 2017. I don't know why they changed the name, but apparently they did that in 2017. The professional side, they have a local reputation. The finances are actually pretty solid. We'll take a quick look at the finances real quick. You'll notice that we have a good balance, actually, £53,000 in the balance. We're only losing about £3,000 a month. So far, the profit for the season is 133,000, so that's actually pretty good. Obviously, some money is coming into the league, so as long as we look after the finances and remain, balanced, we should be doing just fine in that department. Other information about them, obviously they're playing Eastern Europe, Belarus. Captain is Alexander Dektarev, who is a experienced winger, as you can see. Actually pretty good, honestly. 32 years old, obviously in the downturn. Used to play for the under-21 team of Belarus. His vice captain is Pavel Mikoltsov, who is a ball-winning midfielder. You'll see him today in today's episode. He'll play at the heart of midfield. Big guy too, 6'4". His mental attributes are actually exceptional. Determination, flair, leadership, quality. A really good penalty taker as well. I'll probably use him in my Save Our Saint series. Good free kick taker as well. So I'm looking for him to maybe create opportunities from a deep line playmaker role, or at least get involved in the offense. The media prediction was actually 10th this season, so as you can see, the team is largely underperforming. Lucky enough, they're only 3 points behind Christ, which is actually one of the teams that we beat earlier in the campaign. And we don't have any fierce rivals, but we do have some other rivals. Semenya Volkoyovsk is a local rivalry. Neman Moister is a local. Smorgon is a local, and Lida is a local. A couple of these teams are in the league. Yeah, actually, surprisingly, most of the teams are in the league, apart from this team. Musty aren't in there. Smena? No, they are not. So there's Smorgon, and who are currently 12th, and Lida, who are currently 6th place in the league. Right now, obviously the owner's happy. The average ticket price is £1. £1. That's a bargain, really. I mean, especially for the footballing show that I'm going to put on here, £1 is a bargain. Only £5 for the entire this season. That's actually really good value for money if you think about it, because you played 28 games at £5. That's basically nothing a game. That's actually exceptional value for money. And reputation, competition reputation is around about, believe it or not, the championship in Scotland. So it really isn't a bad level, and obviously the Sky Bet League 2 are just below that, as well as are the Italian Serie C, so that gives you a grasp literally on where we're at as far as reputation goes. Alright, so obviously with the goal of this save, it's going to be trying getting up at the football ranks here in Europe. If you didn't watch the prologue again, what I've done here is I've loaded every single league in Europe except for Scandinavia and UK that we save for a separate Journeyman's Journey series much further down the line, perhaps even for next year's game. We'll see what happens with this one. But essentially, the goal is just to try and work our way up. Really, really simple stuff. Alright, so here we go, straight into the first game. As I mentioned, we took over, and literally one day later we take on a team that are second place in the table and only lost 3 games all season. So obviously this is going to be a pretty tough test today. I don't expect to do well. I was desperately trying to bring in a right back and another under 20 players, because in this league you do have to play under 20 players. In fact, I have one starting for me today. As you can see, Skachkov is the only under 20 player we have. He isn't very good, but we have to use him, unfortunately, and that means we do have an extra slot on the bench, which means we'll have to go with 6 subs rather than 7. I believe in this league too, by the way, you can actually make 5 subs per game, so I've got to remind myself that I'm able to do that, because I know I'm going to forget. I also tried to bring in a right back as well, but unfortunately just couldn't get the deal done in time. So hopefully for the next episode we'll have a bit more well-rounded squad that we can utilize. But anyway, for today, this is how we're going to line up. This is the first, obviously, game of the series. I'm excited to get this going. It could be a very long journey ahead of me, but one I'm really looking forward to. So anyway, in goal we have Patsovic at left back. It's going to be Matveev at the complete wing back role, by the way. Skachkov and Krasi are going to be in the middle of defense. Polyakov is the remaining right back there, the left back turn right back. Degtarev at centre midfield with Mikhailops with Podretsky next to him. Solovai, Antony Makarov on the right wing, and leading the line today is going to be this guy, Oleg Gerasimchik, 6'2" poacher. I'm looking for you to bag in the goals. 35-year-old, by the way, looking for that experience to lead the side. Why can't we play? Maybe I have to do this. Why can't we start? Why can't we start? We should be able to start. Okay. Why can't I start? It says there must be at least 2 under 20 players that are playing 11 before, after. Okay, currently 1. So I need 2 players in the starting lineup. I don't have 2 players to choose from. Oh no, that means I've got to start a Gray in goal. You've got to be fucking kidding me. What a way to start this series here. Unfortunately, we've had to use a fake player. Daniil Babuk unfortunately has to start. You have to play 2 players. I misread that. I thought you just have to have 2 under 20s in the squad, but we have to play 2 20s. Oh jeez. Oh man, that's rough. Alright, so this game could be a low. This game could go terribly, terribly wrong for me today. So what I could do is I could, as soon as we start the game, just switch him out with Patsovic and just run with 2. I mean, I'm going to have to do that, aren't I? Yeah, I'm going to have to do that. So, give him number 10. That's fine. All right, so here we go. Not a great way to start this series, is it? So I've got a grey goalkeeper in goal up against the team that's second in the table. Yeah, I don't... Alright, so I'm going to have to make a change here almost immediately. So start the game. There you go, beautiful. I've got to change all the settings, by the way. Alright, so let's make a change. Let's bring on Patsovic in goal. So, oh, that has to be playing the whole game. You've got to be kidding. I can't even make a change. I can't even cheat the system like that. That's absurd. Alright, whatever. Okay, let's just get down to business here, and obviously I'm going to be doing a lot of shopping. We're lucky enough we have 2 weeks off now till the next game. I should be able to get a decent side together, but for now we're just going to have to do our best today up against the Slavia team. Again, I'm not expecting a victory, but here's an early chance. It gets a goal, gets in there. Oleg Gerasimchik has scored the first goal of the series, only taking 33 seconds, and to make my impact here, I'm going to attribute that goal to my tactical nuance. Early corner here. Kostrov whoops the ball in. Someone get there. Cleared off the line by Matveev. Ball goes back onto Rusak, and that's cleared only as far as Kolbrenko. Oh, this is going to be a horrible time me pronouncing these names, and that's a goal for Slavia there. They're back on level terms here. Vadim Kolchevic gets in the goal. Alright, a free kick of our own. Ball goes in the box. At the back post, Makarov gets a goal. Anatoly Makarov, that's the guy that I picked out to help save our season here. The right winger. I think he's only, what, 5'4"? But somehow he rose like a salmon and headed it past the goalkeeper in goal. What an exciting start to the series. Alright, here's maybe another chance. Solovoy can't get hold of that ball. There's Skachkov to Matveev. We just got to do everything I can to protect our goalkeeper today. That's a decent ball forward. Oh, it's through on goal, and there it is, 3-1. Olog gets his second goal of the game, and we've scored 3 goals in just 10 minutes. What a start to the save. This is unbelievable. Alright, so what I've noticed so far, I'm just 12 minutes in, there's been a ton of mistakes from either sides, so I expect to see a lot of that. And here's a chance now for Slavia, through on goal, and it's 3-2. Well, the fans in the stand are certainly getting the money off today. For £1, you've just seen 5 goals in all of 13 minutes. Alright, just for halftime here, things have settled down a little bit. There's a ball in the box. That's a great save there from the goalkeeper there. I'm not even going to learn his name because he's going to be pointless in a couple of days' time from now. But that was an absolute fantastic save for him nevertheless, and it's somehow gone in. Fantastic. Alright, so halftime here, and what a first half of football it's been for the neutral. Hope you guys are enjoying this. If you are, remember to smash the like button. I appreciate that. Anyway, honestly, we're doing about as well as you would expect with Babuk in goal, the fake Daniel Babuk. Honestly, if we could just hold on to a draw, if you hold on to a draw somehow, some way, I'm going to be absolutely delighted. Alright, 56 minutes here. I'm always nervous now Slavia are on the attack because obviously we're such a weak back line at the moment. I feel like every time they get the ball forward it's going to end up in a goal. But anyway, ball goes forward. Here's Kostrov. He crosses it in and it has found the back of the net, and Dmitry Kabelsov has kind of finished off the comeback here. They're 3-1 down after just 12 minutes, and now the 4-3 up on the 57th minute mark. Alright, so chance for us though. Ball's whipped in, cleared at the near post. Here's Mikoltsov to Polyakov to Mikoltsov. Puts the ball in. There's Degtarev. Alright, Matveev. I'm looking for a dynamic performance on you today. Haven't seen it thus far. Here's Decorative. Oh, that's an awful ball. And there's a chance now. Chance to make it 5-3. And lucky enough, the striker absolutely smashes it over the bar. Alright, here's a corner kick. I felt like we're pretty decent for corners, and a hat-trick for Oleg. Garishmik has made it 4-4. Hat-trick on his first game of the series. Oleg, you're going to down in history, son. Rose beautifully in the box, and nobody picked him up, to be fair, and smashed it past the goalkeeper. Great header indeed. Alright, who was picking him up, for Christ's sake? That's far too easy. And it's 5-4. Alright, I've got to say, this league is freaking insane. Honestly. I mean, it's partially down to the fact we don't have a goalkeeper right now, but at the same time, this is absolutely absurd. I wonder if every game's going to be like this. I hope it's not, because it's going to give me a small heart attack. I'm going to wisen up a little bit. Obviously, that long ball forward here was kind of caught us off a little bit. So let's go ahead and let's go push down the defensive line a little bit. I'm also going to switch Skachkov to a more of a cover role to try and help with those through balls. Let's see if that does anything for me. We'll also make a change as well. Let's take off Degtyarev and let's bring on this guy, Pogodin. Almost like Paul Pogba. Maybe that'd be Paul Pogba. Maybe the Paul Pogba of the Belarusian leagues. I'll take a Paul Pogba right now. Alright, win it. Alright, so 5-4. We still got time here to get an equalizer out of this game. I feel like scoring 4 goals at home should be enough to get something out of it. But quite clearly, we're up against it today. But anyway, we got 12 minutes to go in this, so we're still on positive right now. We could switch to a more attacking system here at the end. I could push, what's his name again? Oh yeah, Solovey up forward. Obviously, is our key player. But here's Oleg now, through on goal. Oleg gets a goal. That's his 4th goal of the game. Oleg Gerasimych scores 4 goals on his Journeyman's Journey debut. Fantastic effort there from Oleg today. 6th goal of the season, and I think he's already our top goal scorer there, just by this game alone. Alright, here is a corner. Maybe a chance for a late winner here. Oleg's there again, but he misses it. Here's a Pogodin. Lays it across. It's the Solovey who's made it. 6-5. My word. This game is unfreaking believable. Let's see what happened here. Pogodin laid it back across. A mistake there from the defender, but Solovey was on it like a flash and plays it past the goalkeeper here to make it 6-5. Alright, so come on boys. Just got 5 minutes to hold on now. Ball goes in the box. Head it clear. Alright, get there. Get there, Solovey. Come on. Come on, Solovey. Gets in there. He's found Makarov on the right. He's had a great game. He's going to cross it in. There's Oleg with the header, and he's found the back of the net. Can you believe it? 5 goals today for Oleg Gerasimych. And another assist there from Makarov. And hopefully that should be enough to see us the victory. But you never truly know in this game. This has been absolutely unbelievable. Here's Mikultsov. That's a great free kick too, and it's at the crossbar. That could have made it 8-5. But wow, I mean, 5 goals. 5 goals today. I didn't even take a look at him before the game started. Oleg Gerasimych, 35-year-old. How many goals has he scored in his career? The guy's only scored 12 goals in his entire career. He's got 5 today. This is absolutely unbelievable. You can't write this stuff down, folks. Alright, so we're just a couple minutes now added on time. It looks like we're going to get away with a victory on our first game in charge, and that's a fantastic way to start this series. Obviously, I would like to avoid conceding 5 goals in every game, but if we win, I don't really care how it comes, to be honest with you. But just waiting for the referee now to blow full time. Just a few seconds left in our debut game here as manager of SloNim, and there it is. The media predicted a win for Slavia. We proved the media wrong today, and we couldn't have predicted a performance list. We couldn't have predicted the game on this. It's just I'm lost for words on this game. Alright, so after that victory, we are still in the relegation zone, but we did get a victory, only our 3rd victory of the season, and as you can see, no doubt, we were the game of the day here, and a crowd of 729, which is actually a pretty decent crowd, turned up to watch today's action, and again, I just can't get over the impact this guy had today. Oleg Gerasimych was absolutely top draw. I can't remember the last time a player scored 5 goals for me in a competitive game on Football Manager. So, Oleg, you're already a favourite of mine for this series. I think it's already locked up. Oleg, honestly, I think wins it hands down, and we haven't even got this series started. Other good performances, obviously Makarov was excellent today. Had a really, really good game. Got himself 1 goal and 3 assists. Again, fantastic performance, this guy. He's on loan, by the way, from Torpedo Zordino, who play in the highest league of Belarus. Who else played well? Obviously, Solovey was a key player. Playing a little bit out of position, playing left wing, so he didn't have the best game in the world, but he did get himself a goal. Obviously, that key goal to put us ahead was obviously huge. But there you have it. That's going to wrap up the first game. I'm going to bounce back and forth between 1 game and 2 games, depending on time, and obviously depending on the content inside each episode. But for now, we're going to stick to 1 to 2 games. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a few games, going to get this squad kind of sorted out, because as you see, it's a bit of a mess right now. The fact we had to use a grey goalkeeper in goal says a lot about how the kind of situation this league is. So hopefully I'll bring in some youth players so we don't have to do that again, because I feel like if we didn't have to do that, then it might have been, I don't know, maybe a bit more of a boring game, but we still wouldn't have conceded 5 goals. I think it was partially down to the fact we didn't really have a real goalkeeper in there. But anyway, hopefully get this team sorted, we'll get it rolling, and then we'll start to push up the table a little bit. And on first impression, my confidence level on keeping this team up has just soared. So anyway, thanks so much for watching the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys enjoyed this crazy first episode. If you did, do me a favor, smash a like on it. And if you want to keep up with the series, you want to see more videos by me, daily Football Manager videos, of course, please hit subscribe, turn notifications on. That'd really mean a lot to me. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys soon. Goodbye.